Every single time I open a new pin feather, I'm seeing something that no other human has ever set their eyes on. I think about that fact often, whether it's a rock I just dug up, or the inside of a tree, or a wild animal touched by a human's hand for the very first time. I don't think we always appreciate how rare but common those moments are. A bird's body built this feather for months before we got to see it. And we'll only get to enjoy it in all of its glory for a few more months. A feather is like the leaves in the fall. They shine bright and glossy for a while, and then it's time for them to be replaced again. I think that's one of the reasons why I enjoy feather preening so very much. It's a form of rebirth. These small feathers on the bird's head and neck replace themselves more frequently than the larger ones on the wings and tail. And to be honest, I'm glad they do, because it's almost a form of therapy. There's just something so calming and relaxing about the methodical removal of the keratin sheaths. And these little tiny feathers at the front of the face are the most challenging. But they can also be very rewarding. If you don't have nails, it can be really difficult to get a hold of these little tiny pin feathers. A brush or comb won't do much for these. They really need that gentle pinching action that mimics a bird's beak. A lot of birds can get to these on their own, but Rocky is about 50 years old, and it's a lot more difficult for him to reach these tiny feathers. But as you can see, I really don't mind helping out. For him, it's comforting if I hold his beak steady with my other hand, and for me, it makes it just a little bit easier to maneuver. These tiny little pin feathers are just so delicate, and it takes a lot of trust for a bird to let you get this close to those sensitive little feathers. If they aren't ready, it can be quite uncomfortable for them. And when they are ready, some loose feathers may pop out on their own. Isn't it so perfect? I'm so glad that Rocky and I share the kind of bond that allows me to preen him when necessary. Doesn't he look handsome?